Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. I am dressed so proper today. I'm at work. I'm Dave D. Saint, and this is Dave's Movie Dailies, and I talk about the movies or TV shows or Broadway shows or whatever that I've seen lately. A couple of the stuff that I've seen lately has been a little, back like earlier this year and stuff like that. I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, I'm going to talk about two movies that I saw. Wait, one is a movie. Yeah, two movies that I saw this past. I believe it was Friday, February, around Valentine's Day. But I'm gonna split it up into two, like I usually do. The first movie that I'm gonna talk about is called Companion, and you can find it on HBO Max or whatever they decide to call themselves today. Hulu. It released on January 31st, 2025, which was earlier this year, around Valentine's Day. Directed by Drew Hancock. Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema produced this movie, and it starred Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. The synopsis is a couple's weekend getaway with friends in a remote cabin ends up unraveling into a chaotic revelation that one of the guests is actually a companion robot. Now, that's enough said right there. My personal view. I loved this movie. If you don't know me by now, I love what's called artificial intelligence movies. I loved this movie. It's about a couple of friends. They get out to the woods, and they're all setting couples, right? They all have like little couples. Jack Quaid is with his girlfriend, which is Sophie Thatcher. There's these two other guys that are a couple, and they're staying at this guy's cabin. By the way, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You have 5 seconds. If you want to watch this movie, go watch it. Stop it here, come back, and see if you agree with my point of view. So I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're having like a romantic getaway. She's so in love with this guy. What's her name? Sophie Thatcher is so in love with Jack Quaid. She just can't get enough of just gushing over him and all this stuff, and he treats her like he's just like yeah whatever, but she is so smitten with him. The movie starts off with them like having a great day, and she's like just again they're all sharing their love stories toward one another and all this other stuff, and then they finish off with a great night by like having an intimate session. Next morning they wake up. She's like planning to do stuff with him. He's like, no, I'm going to do my own thing. So she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go down to the river by where the cabin that they're staying at and just overlook the lake or whatever. She's like, if you want, you can meet me there, whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll see. Turns out that she goes down to the lake and runs into the owner of the cabin, and he starts to make passes at her and all this other stuff. The next scene, they show the friends and in the cabin hanging out, and then they show her covered in blood. At that point, she's hysterical. She's going nuts because she doesn't understand what just happened. That man, she tells him that the man tried to make a pass at her, and she just felt it was self-defense pretty much. Then all of a sudden, as she's going frantic and wild and everything, they told her to shut out. She's like, shut down. At that point, you find out that she's a robot. From that point on, it's just a series of... It's a plan. It's a huge plan to steal this man's money, and they want to utilize the robot as like a scapegoat. And the robot gains... The artificial intelligence learns about their plans, and she finds out who she is, and she doesn't have 100% control of her own mind because this guy kind of owns her, Jack Quaid. She finds out about their devious plan, and she ends up becoming more than she really is at that moment. This movie to me was superb. I loved it. I try to get everybody to watch this movie, but the people who I spoke to didn't go watch it. But it was such a cool movie. I kept telling people not to look at the trailer because if you see the trailer, it ruins it for you. But not really, because when I saw the trailer, I didn't know what the movie was about. The trailer was so, like, they tried not to reveal anything. If it wasn't for me reading the synopsis, I would have never known. But this movie, to me, straight up 10. I loved it. Again, you don't have to agree with me. You can think this movie was trash. I shut off my brain and I went to go watch this movie. That's the way we should watch Final Destination, I guess. But that's how I shut off my brain. I felt for this character. I loved the fact that she was this robot who had she was artificial intelligent, but she was limited until she found out that she could gain control of her own mind, and she became literally a person of her own. Now, it was left open for maybe a possibility of a sequel. I don't know if it made enough money for that, but I fell in love with Sophie Thatcher. She was gorgeous. She was in a earlier late last year, a movie called Heretic. But I loved her in this movie. She was like such a doll. But I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to this movie if they come up with an intelligent sequel. But yeah, it's a straight up 10 for me. I loved it. You can watch it on Max, Hulu. Tell me what you think when you watch this movie. And yeah, this has been Dave D. Saint with another Dave's Movie Dailies. Just reviewed Companion. Straight up thumbs up for me. Enjoy.